It's really handy before you start any day one page with a new list of words to read the teaching points at the bottom, because it's going to give you a lot of information about the words that you're working on for the next 4 days. So the schwat sound, it says here, is an unaccented grunt sound, often used in English words, so it's like an sound. And in this list of words, it's appearing at the end of the words. We've also got a lot of work on open and closed syllables coming up. Now, the pronunciation of water, as we say it, is incorrect, but is now the accepted common use form. So we know after a W, an A may make the ot sound, so we could have water, but we've changed it to water, so it's really quite different. Now, use of EL after a continuing consonant is the rule. So if the consonant before an ul sound is a continuing consonant like there's a whole pile, you add EL. Now, label, B, is a stop consonant. So the rule doesn't apply because label is an old French word. So that's why that's happening. Now, the other thing down here, now skeleton, you've got the K after the S for the k sound because the letter after it is an E. And we know if a k sound is followed by an E, I or a Y, we must use the K before it. So do go through and highlight anything else that you can see in any of those words that may help you. Let's have a look at the meanings of these words. Now, a panel is a decorated area in a large design or a flat board for controls. It can also be a part of a door, a vehicle or garment, and it could also be a small group of people that make decisions on something. A label is a piece of paper or fabric attached to an object with information about it. It could also be the name of a company. Seldom means not often. Custom means an established practice. Profit means the financial gain or advantage or benefit of something. Common means found or occurring often. Abandon means to give up or leave or indulge without restraint. Skeleton is the internal or external framework supporting or containing the body. Modern is describing something as recent or present day. And water is a transparent liquid that is often found in seas and lakes and rivers. On this day 2 page, just rewrite the words underneath each of the given words. Write the list word under the corresponding picture, so you're labelling each picture. Then down here you have to copy the list word onto the line and then using different colours match them to their correct meaning. In the next section you're combining with the list word. So these are common word pairs. So you're looking for the common word that would go with ground, made or maker from the words given above. Antonyms mean the opposite, so find the list word that means the opposite to the given words. Then down here we've got fill in the gap with the missing list word. This is to check that you know the meaning of the word and the structure of the word to use it correctly within the sentence. The tricky part on this page is filling in this table. So I'll give you a few hints. When you have a multisyllabic word and the accent is on the second syllable, like in labeling, panelled, then you double the last letter before you add the ing or the ed. Now, if the accent is on the first syllable in a multisyllabic word, then you don't double the last letter when you're adding the ing or the ed. So just be mindful of that while you're doing that section. Now make the new words and use it in a sentence. So you've got to work out when you've written that word, is it a noun, a verb, an adjective or an adverb, and then use it in its correct form within the sentence that you write. Fill in the gap with the missing list word or list word extensions. Once again, you're going to have to recognise the structure or the form that the word must take, and you're using the words from above to fill in those gaps. So you may have to add to the base word. Then the last bit is define profiteer. You could research that, or you could, if you have an extensive vocab knowledge, you could actually write your own definition. Today we're looking at text messaging and how formal or casual you need to be in your message that you send. So nowadays text messages can be used to communicate with almost anyone. Depending on who you're writing to, you must choose whether your tone will be casual or formal. Now, if you're going casual, make sure that you're covering enough detail in your message so that the reader or the receiver understands what your message is. So, very casual, we want you to write a text message to your best friend, inviting them to your house for Saturday evening to eat pizza and watch movies. The next one we want you to write is somewhat casual, so a little bit more formal. Write a text to someone you are in the process of becoming friends with, inviting them to the movies with you and some other people. So you need a bit more specific detail in that. Now, somewhat formal. You found a bike on an online marketplace that you'd like to purchase. Write a polite message inquiring if it's still available and when you might be able to have a look at it in person. Now, the last one is quite formal, and generally speaking, you won't often conduct very formal communication over text messages. Usually you find some other means. A prominent businesswoman has agreed to be interviewed for your school paper. Write an email or a message to her thanking her and confirming the details of the interview. So we've suggested here that you actually don't text message, you actually write a formal email to the person.